Hey everybody, Max Ada here with a new video series, the 5 Pillars of Sumo Deadlifting. This is the first video. We're going to cover the stance. So, difference in sumo deadlifting and conventional deadlifting, obviously the feet are outside the hands. First thing you have to do is set up how wide your feet actually go. Generally, the place we want to start is to have somebody step wide, have their heel directly under their knee when they finally get into position. From here, Kristen's going to keep her shin basically perpendicular to the ground. She's going to set up, descend, the knee stays over the heel. The flat part of her shin should be pretty much perpendicular with body weight pressure right in the middle of her foot. She should feel her toe down, shin vertical, bar close now. From here, if she's set too far away from the bar and the bar's too forward, when she squats down, her knee's going to come over the bar too much. It's going to be like a squat. So the bar is now having to move backwards a little bit too much. It's going to be a little bit worse mechanical advantage for her breaking the bar from the floor. Not the best start position. Too far back, she's trying to lever her body weight against the bar. If she was to let go of the bar in this position, she would fall over backward. That's not the position we want to move in. We're not going to be strong there because we're only really putting all our body weight on the heel. Her toe can probably move here because there's no weight on it. So make sure when you set up, you're not levering against the bar in order to hold that position. You should be able to maintain your start position without a barbell. From here, we want to focus on the angle of the shin. So we don't want to have the bar set up really, really close to our shin, so close that when we pull, it actually kind of moves forward. It's going to be back a tiny bit. We're going to cut the foot basically in half and then bring the shin to about 1/4 of an inch away from the bar, so a little bit of space. What this allows us to do is have the knee come forward a tiny, tiny bit, which lets us use our legs a little bit better. If your shin is too far back or the bar is too far back against your shin, it's kind of easy for you to fall backwards and lose your balance in the movement. The next thing we have to focus on, now she's got that space between the shin and the bar, is the direction her toes point. The wider your feet go, generally as a rule, the more outward your toes are going to be pointed. So if Kristen brought her feet in really close here, kind of a modified sumo, she might have her feet a little bit more forward. That's going to be a little bit more conducive to that kind of pull. Goes out really wide, maybe a little bit wider than where she was, toes kind of close to the plates. Her feet are going to be pointed out a little bit more. Something to remember about the foot. As you turn it out wider, you're going to lose distance horizontally to adjust your balance, right? So if your feet are really wide and really out like this, your balance is going to be slightly harder to maintain. And then the third point, once she's got her feet the width she wants, so her heels under her shin or under her knee, toes out to the degree she wants them, it's the balance of the foot. We want to have 3 points of contact. Big toe pushed into the ground, little toe pushed into the ground, and heel into the ground. We don't want to shove all our weight back to our heels because, again, it's going to kind of make it difficult to use our legs to the best of their ability right off the floor. And at the same time, it can push her balance too far back, so when she starts pulling, she might fall over backward. Okay, so from here, she's found her balance. Shins are just slightly away from the bar, heel directly under the knee, and she's going to line up and set up from there. Okay, to recap our first pillar, stance, we went over 3 points. The foot position, so wider stance, toes out more, narrower stance, toes in more generally. The shin angle, we want a perpendicular angle, but the shin has to still be slightly away from the bar so we can utilize our legs the best. And then balance on the foot. 3 points of contact, big toe, little toe, and heel, keeping the pressure in the middle of your foot, not too far back on your heel, and definitely not towards your toes. And that was part 1 of our 5-part series. If you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe to the channel to see the rest of them.